Okay, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to yet another episode, or not episode, or another video of F1. But this time it's F1 2021, and this is Season 2, Round 1 of Bahrain, in my team career mode. So, yeah, let's check it out. And honestly, the new replay system looks really nice, so basically, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of context. I did not record or save. I don't think you can save qualifying, though. But I qualified in P11, and then I had some grid penalties because I wanted to take a new engine on the start of the fresh season. So, that way I instantly have those grid penalties, but I also have a new engine that I can just continue to use. So, we ended up starting last. That's basically how this race is going to go. It's a basically last question mark challenge, I guess. But we're also a midfield team, so we're kind of near Ferrari, Alpine, what else? Ferrari, Alpine, Aston Martin, and AlphaTauri. Yeah, if I can remember the teams. It's been a weekend, and there's been no F1, and I forgot all the teams. Pardon me. You might hear me cough. But, yeah, everybody, don't forget to stay hydrated. It's very important. I have my huge jug of water right over here that I just showed you. So, let's go. Start here. Is there any way I can hide that? Yeah. No, but I want to be able to show you guys what lap I'm on. Alright, that's good. Alright. Actually, here. There we go. So, we kind of get a bad start. I'm still trying to get used to the manual starts. Oh my goodness. Can the race replay not lag? Okay, so here we are going into the first corner. Obviously, we have to brake way earlier than usual, considering, we have 21 other cars in front of us. I'm going to keep that open, so that way you guys know where I'm at, and the deltas. Yeah, that's kind of nice, not going to lie. So, here we are. Nicholas Latifi's in front of us, as we send one on the inside, because he was kind of napping. He also took some damage, I think, on the first lap. Let's see. I think he took some damage into the first corner. Yeah, let's see this. I think he broke too late, and yeah, I think he lost some damage. I think he took some damage. Because I felt like I saw part of a front wing. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure Latifi took some damage because he was fine down the straight, and I didn't get a very good exit. But he was very slow on the exit of this corner because I just dove right past him. I was like, yeah, peace, see you later, Nicholas Latifi in the Williams. I mean, look at that, bro. He's already a second behind me. Yeah, he clearly took some damage. If I was stuck, that would be big bad. So we send one down the inside of Nikita Mazepin and Sean Galil. Sean Galil used to be my old teammate. He was my first teammate on the team. Then I released him and I signed Robert Schwartzman because Sean wasn't doing as good as I thought he should. So then I got Robert, and he didn't really do much either. I mean, to be fair, our car was kind of bad, but he wasn't. I don't know. I feel like he should have done better. So here we are. We're taking a different line here so we can get less dirty air through this corner, and obviously, I mean. Yeah, I eventually start to take that flat, finding what works best. We get some really insane traction off this corner and gain a lot of time on the AI. I feel like they're super slow through that corner for some reason. And we're still playing on like 94 difficulty. So yeah, here we are. P18 already at the end of the first lap behind George Russell in the Williams. Dude, George Russell's been having a stonking season this year at Williams. Hungary was his only track that he didn't make it into Q2. Kind of sad. Yeah, we don't get the best traction out of there either. Kind of messed up. But still get a good enough run. I think about going down the inside, but, you know, it's not there. I can't brake later than him. But we get pretty close to this section, I believe. Or maybe we don't. Yeah, we get some dirty air, which is kind of affecting us. And we can't think down the inside of here either. But I thought about it as well. But we got to play the patient game. You know, gotta know when you can overtake. You don't want to just try and overtake whenever you can. We get some nice traction out of this corner, except for the first lap. Unlike the first lap, sorry. It was kind of bad, the first lap, if you didn't notice. But, yeah, so we go through here, using 6th gear to take it flat, and it works. Gain a lot of time on Russell through that corner as well. I mean, it could just be because their car is bad, because it's Williams. I'm sorry to say. And we brake just a little bit later. Oof, just get this car slowed down enough. And then back on the gas. Got some good traction. Now we're only a second behind Schwartzman. DRS has been enabled because it's lap 3. So we kind of send it on the brakes to see if we can get any closer. And this corner I had some major struggles with all race. Like I was struggling to sometimes lay down the traction, but I eventually got the hang of it. As we go through here. But yeah, so we take this one a little bit. Oh no, we don't take it wide, but you realistically do not want to ride the curbs in this game, especially through that sector, because if you take too much curb on the inside of any of those corners, yeah, you're probably gonna go spinning. You're gonna have a spinala. But anyway, that downhill left-hander is really hard to get sometimes because you're braking, you're going down, and you don't want to lock up the tires, because if you lock up, then yeah, you're gonna go spinning, because you know the rear tires are gonna lock, and then it's gonna go, your car's gonna be facing, let's say your car's facing this way, right? Because you know this is where you're going straight, and then the corner is like right here, and you lock up the rear tires, your car's just gonna go whoop. It's just gonna lose the back end, and you're gonna go spinning around, and it's never good. So you have to be careful. You have to brake 100%, but then you have to instantly like stop, like lay off the brakes. Like you have to trail brake so perfectly, and it's really hard. I think we get our first track limit warning right there as well, because we took too much of the inside curb. So not the best thing, but we're 2 seconds behind Ocon. We're dropping Schwartzman, and the ooh, George Russell gets passed. Ooh, yo. I kind of want to see this. Wait. So Mick Schumacher dives, goes down the inside of George Russell right here. Oh my. And then here comes Sean Gallel on George Russell. Oh my. Trying to go around the outside, squeezing him into the apex. George loses some time. Sean's in front. Wow. All right, we'll keep an eye out and see if anything else happens. So here we are, P16, trying to gain some time onto Esteban Ocon. Very good race at Hungary. Ooh, yeah, we got some wheel spin in the back corner, the back rear tires, but you know, not enough to send us spinning into the wall. So we're chilling. Really cut that corner, and then just kind of take a wide line into that, so that way you can kind of just like, you can keep it flat, but then you won't run wide on the exit, because you don't want that, because otherwise you got track limits. So that's not good. Yeah, use all of the track for the braking on that side, and then get really close to that apex. Like, really get close to that curb. Don't touch it, but just get really close to it. I mean, you can touch it. It's not, nothing is really going to happen, but, you know, it's not necessary most of the time anyway. So, absolutely sending it on the brakes here. Try and get closer to Esteban Ocon, I think. Maybe get some nice traction out of there using that curb, but we're still 2.5 seconds behind. My goodness. All right, so I think we start to catch up. I think he's losing time. Yeah, Felipe Massa is our teammate, so we have Legends as our teammate in the second season of My Team Career Mode. So it's kind of nice. I'm just gonna fast forward. We're still 2 seconds behind. This seems like it takes a couple of laps, but we're gaining time, and this time we're gaining might be slow, but we make a lot of time in certain parts of the track because the AI are a bit stronger in certain parts. But here we go. Oh, wait, people pit? Okay, yeah, Pierre Gasly pit. Okay, I think he was on soft tires. He might have been on softs, but we absolutely send it on the brakes here to see if we can get into the DRS zone for the next corner for Esteban Ocon, but I don't think we were close enough. Yeah, we weren't close enough. I would have heard the DRS thing. But I think we also send it on the... No, we don't. We play it... Oops. We play it safe, I think. Just trying to make sure that we're chilling. But Esteban Ocon, he's also on the softs, I think. Let's check. Yeah, he's on the softs. So we're on the mediums. We're on the alternate strategy. So his tires are starting to go anyway. So is Felipe Massa. A lot of people started on the softs, which is kind of weird. But yeah, their tires are starting to degrade, and they're starting to lose performance. Ooh, a little bit of, I think, oversteer there. Because we turn left, but then we have to jerk the wheel right. So yeah, that would be oversteer. But yeah, so we're trying to get close to Ocon. We're only a second. We're gaining some time through this corner. I mean, we really found the sweet spot with like this section right here. Kind of missed that apex, take it a little bit wide, but we still get insane traction. We still get a good run. We're using plenty of ERS to get closer to him. Send it on the brakes yet again. I mean, you honestly, that corner is so good. I mean, look at this. Look at this. So you're going downhill into the braking zone here, and then you start to like have a little bit of an incline, so you can kind of brake a little bit later than you need. So you can like start braking around like here, like kind of just after the 100-meter board, like boom, like oh boom, like you can instantly start braking right around here. And I think that's when that's when we start braking, just after the 100-meter board. So yeah, and they go into the pits, and luckily we get DRS. I think we got DRS. If not, that's bad. So we jump all the way up into P8 right now. We're in P8 on our first stint. I mean, it's only been 8 laps, but, you know, still some of the front runners haven't pit, like Sergio Perez, Carlos Sainz. Bottas is behind Schwartzman. Schwartzman's on mediums. Galel's also on mediums. Although, you know, Bottas is Bottas, and he's in a Mercedes, so he's probably going to get past him super easily. I think I let Bottas past, or he gets past me fairly easily. Because, I mean, this is their first stint, so, or their second stint, so they're on fresher mediums. But Fernando Alonso's in front of us, and dude, Fernando Alonso did a great job and did fantastic at Hungary, defending against Lewis Hamilton, the 7-time world champion. It just shows you how insane Fernando Alonso is. Like, yeah, he's old. He is or was a legend in F1, and he still has it. So yeah, we're getting close. We're gaining some time through that sector. We're gaining some time through here as well on Fernando. We're still a second behind, so we're going to be out of DRS on this straight, so he's going to have that advantage. He's also going to have a better slipstream because he has a car in front of him. So we're going to lose some time. But that's whatever. Lewis Hamilton comes in. So it's me, Fernando, Lance Stroll, I believe. I wish it would, like... Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so Fernando Alonso, Lance Stroll, and Yuki Tsunoda are the top four. So Hamilton's 7 seconds behind, and I think he's on a fresh set of mediums. No, he's on a fresh set of softs. Excuse me. Something in my throat, man. Oh, we're not here to watch Lance Stroll. Lance Stroll is, he's okay. It's just, he's Canadian, so he's, I don't know. He's just too nice to the car. But, I mean, he's been outperforming Vettel at Aston Martin, which is kind of sad because Vettel's supposed to be their #1 driver. 4-time world champion. Getting outperformed by Lance Stroll. Yeah, so this is my camera angle, so you don't see any of the wheel, which is kind of weird, because I feel like you could see the wheel in my camera, but whatever. I don't know why I paused. It's kind of bruh. So we send out on the brakes here to see if we can get into DRS zone of Fernando Alonso. Let's see. No, we don't. I would have heard it. Plus, it would have been in the mirrors. But yeah, so I think we also send out on the brakes here to see if we can get any closer to him. And I think we're in the DRS zone, but we get out, and I think we get our second warning there. So we have to be pretty careful, and it's only lap 10, so we have 19 more laps to go. I don't think we had DRS on that straight. I think we were just missed. Like, we just missed it. See, I ride a little bit of that curb. You can ride a little bit of it, but you don't want to, like, cut a lot of it. Because otherwise... Because the curb is high on the inside. Like, if you cut it through the inside... Right here. Let me rewind really quick. Yeah, okay. So, you see on the left side, right? My tire is right here on the curb. This is fine. But if you go if you go any more to the inside of the curb, and you're kind of cutting it, but your tires are still on track, so you're not cutting the corner. It's only if all 4 wheels are off the track, and off the track is the white line. They don't have it like differentiate within the F1 game, which, you know, makes sense, but is also kind of sad because, you know, real life track limits are different than the game, but at least the game is consistent, so you know where track limits is, and you know when, like, it's not going to change, so you don't have to worry about that. But if you go any more to the inside of, like, cutting this curb, and you're exiting, right, and you're exiting right there, like, you exit, like, you see that gray line on the inside of the curbs, of the red and white curb? If you go any more than where I went, and you exit that corner, your tire could get caught on it, and you could instantly just lose all control of the car. And then you'll go spinning into where that orange barrier is in front of me. Like where that orange thing is. Yeah, the orange barrier. I don't know why I tried to think of a different word. But, yeah, and I know that because practice. So, we'll fast forward a little bit. So, we get kind of close to him. Nothing really happens here. I don't even know if we got DRS, but we get really close to him here. I don't know. And then we take yeah. So, look at this. So, we're going through this corner, and we completely, like, we kind of messed it up. Not that corner. But we take this corner, we cut it in, and we are on the throttle so early, trying to get that traction down, trying to get in. I mean, honestly, if I wanted to get on the traction like, if I wanted to get on the throttle as early as this, like, look at where my wheel is. Like, my wheel is, here, let me lower it, the camera. So my wheel is turned like this right now, okay? And I'm on the throttle about, like, maybe 25, 30, 35% right now. So you already know what's gonna happen. I run wide here, so then I I decided to go all the way around because I didn't make the corner, and I'm hoping I don't get a track limits here because I already have 2. At least I think I already have 2. If not, I only have 1. It's kind of annoying how it doesn't tell you in replay, but so I go out here and I exit through there. Boom. Luckily, we don't get a track limits warning. I remember that from the race, but yeah. So we didn't lose too much time there, but we lost enough to not get a slipstream. But we finally get DRS here. We don't even get the sound for DRS, and we're getting a better slipstream. I just spat everywhere. We're getting a better slipstream on Fernando Alonso than Alonso is getting on Lance Stroll. So I absolutely send down the brakes so late that I, have to use extra, brake power. And then we leave him the space, so we take a wider line out here. So we go further to the right because he's going to be on my left if because he probably got a better run through turn 1 than I did because I kind of pushed him out wide with how late I broke, and I as you saw, the apex is right there. This is where I'm turning in. So I broke so late, so I have a late apex. Like, I'm completely missing my apex. So I'm trying to turn all the way back in. And Alonso, let's see what happens here. What happens to Alonso? So Alonso, I think he gets, yeah, see, he's trying to turn in, but then he realizes that I'm coming, so he has to kind of back out of it, but he's still kind of turning, keeping it close. He gets much better traction. He's much better on the throttle than I was, because I'm still, oh shit. Yeah, let's use this camera angle, so that way you guys can actually see stuff. Like, yeah, I can actually see the wheel. So yeah, I'm still turning in here, and I don't even know if you can tell, but I don't think I'm on the throttle at all here. I think I'm still rotating. No, I'm very low on the throttle. So Fernando, he has better traction, so he's gonna get over here, boom, takes that corner, messes him up, and then I take this run wide, boom. I get kind of messed up because, look at this curb. The inside one, the one where my right tire is, that is more or less where you want to put your tire, kind of, for traction. That's like kind of the better traction points. But you don't need to hit it, and you'll eventually see why I started doing it, because in practice I also learned that you can spin out, and I think after this time, or a couple of times, I stopped using this curb towards the end. But yeah, I take a wider line out here, so I leave him plenty of space. I'm already ahead of him, but then you can see this. I exit the corner here. See that part of the curb, because there's a little bit of a divot. You can see it unsettles my rear end, so I get a little bit shaky, but I still have DRS, and I'm using overtake. I don't think Fernando is able to do anything. Yeah, he wasn't able to do anything back. But, oh, he might have lost DRS on Stroll. Interesting. But, yeah, so that was that battle. That's about it. Sorry, Fernando. Yeah, so for this corner, I take a really wide line. So I'm using all of the track here. I'm pushing it to the limit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to be on the white line with my tire. Like, my tire is on the white line right now, but it's still on track because my tire is on the white line, which is still classified as on track. So I use that to my advantage, and I take a wider line. Boom, boom, boom. Braking. Slowly rotate the car. First gear. Upshift back into third, fourth, and then fifth. And then we start using overtake and blah, 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 blah. Oh, I think we got DRS on Stroll there. Yeah, using sixth gear, like I said. Because this is basically when the tires are kind of at their peak performance. It's like the first 10, 11 laps. Then kind of after that, they start to degrade. So you'll kind of see. But we get really close to Stroll here. Trying to see if we can fancy a move. We have DRS open in the mirrors, if you can see that. But we're not getting a good enough run. So we stopped using our ERS because we can't do too much about it. But we kind of send it on the brakes here. We get so close, wheel to wheel with Lance Stroll, and basically just make that corner mine. But I get some massive oversteer because I think he touched. No, he didn't touch me. But I get massive oversteer. I get no traction. I still have DRS. I think, does he have DRS? Yeah, he also has DRS. He's using overtake, but he just can't brake later than me. Because I'm just that much better, bro. And I kind of just make that corner mine, and he slots in behind. I don't think I did too... Yeah, because I was a full car length ahead of him. There was nothing he could do there. So now we're up into P2. We're 8/10 behind Yuki Tsunoda. Yeah, also, exiting this corner and you going onto this curb can be a nightmare. It literally can be a nightmare. It'll like kind of unsettle your rear end, and then, you know, obviously going down here, going downhill on a curb is not the best thing to do. So that's why you kind of want to stay away from it. So, yeah. All right. So let's continue. Sorry about the black screen, but don't worry about it. So I think for the next couple of laps, nothing really happens. I think Yuki Tsunoda kind of turns up his engine because he's like, yo, I want to be able to keep this P1. But I still get pretty close, get some DRS, la-di-da-di-da. Yeah. So see, since he doesn't have anyone that's DRS training him right now. So Lance Stroll is already a second behind me. I mean, look at this dude. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm here with my DRS. Yuki Tsunoda has no one behind him, so he doesn't have Fernando, and he doesn't have Lance Stroll behind him, both with DRS, which, you know, are going to slipstream each other and kind of do nothing because DRS trains. But sometimes they can get stuff done if, you know, they get a good enough slipstream on the car in front of them instead of the car behind them getting a better slipstream. And, you know, them having DRS so they're able to still be as fast. But, yeah, so here we go. We were using ERS. We still have our DRS active, and we kind of send it on the brakes. He locks up. I think he's afraid of us, and we try and push him through that corner. He gets some oversteer. We ride that curb. We're fine with it. We're chilling. We got DRS open. We got some more overtake. We're trying to push it to the limits here. Really trying to send it. Really trying to get past Yuki Tsunoda. Use this clean air. Lewis Hamilton is behind us. So I was trying to make this move. I was like, yo, if I'm going to get... Oh, see? I mean, that's not... I mean, I'm not cutting... I'm not inside the... Like, where the gray line is. But I took too much of this curb, and I just get a little bit sideways. It literally just unsettles my car just enough to the point where I can't get a good enough run on him, and possibly I could have broken later than him into that corner. So that he gets a much better run out of those two corners. But then I get a good one here. And we're using some overtakes, some ERS. We still have DRS because we are within the DRS zone. But, and then, oh, Hamilton. Oh, I totally forgot about this man. So I go to the outside. I'm trying to lose as much time as possible here. Like, keep that in mind because obviously there's no way I'm going to keep Lewis Hamilton behind me in the car that I have. Like, he's going to get past me no matter how hard I try. At least, and also at this moment in time, it's lap 13. There's still plenty of laps to go. So I'm like, okay, I'm just going to play smart. I'm going to let him go by, try and lose as little time as possible. Hopefully he'll battle Yuki Tsunoda. I can get past Tsunoda, and I can follow Lewis through. And then if it gets to that point where I'm P1 and I'm trying to, you know, fight off anybody who's behind me, then I'm going to defend my best. Because towards the end of the race, that's when it's more important. Like, don't battle for right now. Like, this is technically track position, but he still has one more stop. Keep that in mind, because he's still on softs. So we kind of just let him go through, let him have everything. But you know, still trying to keep our momentum and our pace through, but we get some dirty air through that corner, so we have to lift off. Rear tires locked just a little bit. That could have been another warning. Can't know for sure, but if it was, that would be our second warning. I know we only had 2. I just don't know when. So Yuki peels off into the pits. Hamilton's in front of me. He has DRS. I have DRS, but he doesn't have a slipstream. So we kind of gain a little bit. We send it on the brakes here. And then get some, I think we get some good traction. Sorry. And then nothing really happens. He kind of just pulls away through this sector because, you know, his tires are much better. But, you know, I tried to keep up with him for as long as possible. Then Bottas is coming in, blah, blah, blah. Alright. Yeah, then we come in for the pits. La-di-dee, la-di-doo. This is our one and only stop for hard tires. Dude, that stop was like, I think, 3 seconds. So here we come, out of the pits, seeing what we can do. Yuki Tsunoda passes us, Daniel Ricciardo passes us, Antonio Giovinazzi passes us, Lance Stroll gets out there, and here we go, sending it on the inside of Lance Stroll, I believe. He leaves us the space. Oh, crap. We send one down the inside. He's on warmer tires. We're on cold tires. We push him to the apex on the outside. We get better traction. Somehow we get better traction. And he's behind us. We have DRS. He also has DRS. But, you know, we're the better player. So, whatever. Past Lance Stroll. Easy game. Easy life. Then we continue to push. Because we're on hard tires. These tires are literally the most durable. Honestly, they felt really good around this track. For some reason, a lot of people say the hard tires feel crap on certain tracks. And then I'll be like, nah, they actually feel really good on this track, though. So, yeah. I lose a lot of time through the hairpin. But then I gain a lot of time in the second sector. Never mind. Actually, no, we gain like 4 or 5 tenths. Yuki Tsunoda is battling Daniel Ricciardo? So, oh my goodness. So, Daniel Ricciardo gets pushed into Antonio Giovinazzi. Then they have a huge battle. I totally forgot about this. So, then I'm right behind them, trying to figure out what I'm going to do. I'm just kind of playing it safe, to be honest. I'm trying to figure out what I need to do. So, then I get a very good run. Considering they're battling, I get a very good run. So, I'm, like, trying to make it 3 wide into the last corner. But then I brake at the same braking point. But I back out because I don't want to be part of that. I don't want to take any damage because we are on simulation damage. So it's realistic as possible. So any kind of damage you get, boom, your car's toast. So then we get close there because they're still side by side. Somehow Stroll gets ahead. We're going past Daniel Ricciardo on the outside. Then we get a good run on Stroll. We're pushing him through the outside as well. Squeeze him to the apex. Oh, wait, what? Oh, wait, this isn't Lance Stroll. This is Antonio Giovinazzi. I'm stupid. What happens to Giovinazzi here? Oh, my goodness. Look, he turns off his ERS just now after he's done braking, and now he's turning in. And he gets that line all kinds of messed up. Giovinazzi's behind us. What? Daniel Ricciardo lost a spot to Lance Stroll? Hold up. I want to see this. So, oh, wait. There we go. That's better. So he sends it on the outside. Why do they turn off their ERS as they're turning in? That doesn't make any sense. But Lance Stroll gets past Daniel Ricciardo. Daniel Ricciardo having a rancid season, mate. So now we are now provisional P2. No. Provisional P3, because I think Hamilton came in the next lap after us. So he's on mediums. Yeah, I didn't realize when he pit. Because I guess he just had that big of a gap. Alright, then nothing really happens here, so we're kind of just going to do our thing. Lando Norris goes up into P1. Charles Leclerc, Max Verstappen pit. So I'm P4 right now. Lewis Hamilton's up in P2. I don't think Lando's pit. So I'm trying to gain as much time as I possibly can on Yuki Tsunoda. Because I'm trying to get that, what I think is, P1 during the race. Even though it's actually only P2 or P3. So Lando's in the pits. We pass all of them. So me and Yuki Tsunoda are up into P2 and 3. Lewis Hamilton is up into P1. No surprise there. Bottas is right on our heels, mate. I mean, look at this man. He's on fresh mediums. He's pushing. We're on hard tires. I mean, they're still warm, so we're doing fine. But, he has DRS and stuff. Yeah, we give Bottas a fair fight here. We stay ahead, get through this section, blah, blah, blah. Obviously, his tires are so much better, so he's going to have so much better traction out of all of these corners. And braking is going to be so much better. But we get a really good run out of this corner, so he can't do anything against us. S section, we kind of pulled away. He gets really close here. We squeeze him all the way to the inside, so that way his line is all kinds of messed up. And I have no idea what just happened here. Oh. Did I bump into him? So here we are, me and Bottas. Bottas goes up into P3 for the moment. But we send it back on the brakes. We get right back through him. And, now we have DRS. And Bottas doesn't. So we're chilling. Alright, now we're going to fast forward some more. We get a lock up there, get some bad rear traction. We're basically just trying to hold on for P3 for the rest of this race. And I'm kind of hoping that Lando is going to come in and start battling him. Wait. Oh, I forgot. Bottas comes in on this lap. I don't understand why, though. Ah, because his front wing. Okay. So then Lando's behind us. And I'm kind of hoping Lance Stroll can do something about it. But not really. Lando's getting close. I was trying my best to get as close to Yuki Tsunoda as possible. Because I wanted that P2. But I couldn't do anything about it. Because I was getting attacked from behind, bro. But I was like, no. I'm keeping this P3. I don't care what anyone says. So here we go. Oh, apparently we do some... I think we just brushed tires, to be honest. So then Lando gets this corner. But we squeeze him out. And I think we get DRS and he doesn't. Yeah. So strategy coming in here. So we let them have the first corner because obviously they're going to be able to overtake us on the main straight. But then if we're able to match them on the brakes or outbrake them, then we can get really close. And I have no idea what the heck just happened here. I think he was... Oh! So he was trying to turn in, but I think he didn't have enough. I think he had some understeer because look at the amount of wheel turning in he has. Like, he's turning in his wheel really, really far, like right around here. I mean, you guys can see it. I don't need to show it on my wheel. But, I mean, he gets all that kind of understeer, and then I cut in front of him, kind of. Unless he has to back out because I cut in front of him. But, I didn't realize I did that. But anyway, we're going to fast forward some more because the next couple of laps are kind of just the same thing. It's just Lando getting by. I think we get a little bit of more contact, or he gets his rear end unsettled. Then I go all the way around the outside again, making sure I can get that DRS, pushing him out to that apex, or out to that curb. Doesn't have DRS. I have DRS. I'm using my ERS. Things are chilling. Still got 4 laps to go in the race. Trying to simulate as much of this as possible. We get some really good traction out of that corner like we have all race. It's been insane. We don't get a single track limit warning, I think, after our second one either, which is really nice. So Lando comes to the outside. Look at this. He starts riding the grass. He puts his... Dude, he's so lucky nothing else happened. But he starts riding the grass. Obviously, this is my corner already. This is already my corner. Because I'm braking around the 100-meter board. Maybe a little bit before, or like just at. But this is my corner. My car is fully in front of him. And he starts braking earlier than I do, I think. And then he just sends it around the outside. And then, yeah, I basically just, I think, push him wide here. Yeah, so he doesn't even get the corner. He gets horrible traction, and then he tries to do whatever that is. Just stick his nose in, but that's already my corner, mate. So, I mean, he has DRS, but he's not going to be able to do too much. 3 more laps to go. Sorry, my nose is itchy. I'm not picking my nose. That's disgusting. Yeah, I forgot to press play. I'm stupid. So, yeah, Lando doesn't really do too much for the rest of the race, I think. Oh, I mean, maybe... Oh, wait, no, there's 3 laps after this lap. So, yeah, he can't even make it on that turn, or on that corner. And then he doesn't get a good enough run out of turns 2 and 3 to do too much. Same thing here, turn 10, turn 12 and 13. I mean, somehow I'm this much ahead of him, and he just can't do anything. But I think at the same time, I'm also using plenty of ERS. Yeah, I'm just speeding it up because I think we all know what happens here. I defend for my life. Nothing else really happens. But this was a really good race to start off the season. We are a midfield team. And here I am just draining all of my ERS. As he... Oh my goodness. I totally forgot Lando did this. He sends one to the outside. And obviously, I'm going to try and squeeze him. Because I want the outside. But he's going to firm it. So, we brush tires here. That's about it. Oops. And then I send one. I continue to send it down the inside, but I think I have DRS on the straight. No, I don't. Lando has DRS. But that's it. Lando can't do anything else for the remainder lap. The remainder of this lap. And he gets really close there. And then we get a really good exit out of here. We just drain our ERS. He's also draining his ERS, but he has none. Look at how much ERS he has. Look at how much ERS he has on this straight. I think that's 14%. 78%. I mean, you're going to be able to tell. Like, he's using his overtake, and I'm using mine. And look at how easily I'm pulling away. Because I have so much more. So, then we go through this final corner. Boom. We pull it to the right. We get the race win. Well, not the race win. We get P3 on the podium for the team. Let's do it. I hope you guys enjoyed this race. If you guys did, please drop a like. I'm probably not going to edit this video because I'm too lazy to actually do that. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see some more interesting content. And yeah, I might see if the second race is just as good. But if not, maybe I can still post it if you guys want. Let me know by liking this video or letting me know in the comments section. Either way, I hope you guys enjoyed. I would record the races live, to be honest, but the thing is that every time I try and record a race live, my game is affected. So like the game will feel much choppier for me. So it won't be right. It won't be at its peak performance when I'm doing my races. So that's why I save the replays if it's a good race. Sometimes I don't save it if it's not a good race. But yeah, I mean, it was a good race. P3, 12 points in the championship. So we are doing hot, and I'm going to quit the game because I'm a savage. I'll see you guys later. Peace.